Hello, hello, ladies. I'm so excited you're here. This is our second video in a five five-part training on the 5 key skills that you need for success in your business. The 5 skills are building trust, breaking the ice, bringing others to a decision, leading others to action, and then follow up. Last time we did start with the first key skill, which is building trust. If you haven't had a chance to check that out, go back in and watch that because that's really foundational for everything else that we're going to be building on. Without trust, none of these other things are going to be very beneficial for you. Trust is really key, okay? So just like life is not meant to be observed but lived, this training is meant to be participatory. I want you to chat. I want you to ask questions. I'm going to give you little things to do because truthfully, information without action is completely useless. You have lots of great information, but if you aren't doing anything with it, it's not going to do anything for your business as well, okay? So just as a quick refresh from last time, we talked about mindset and skill. Mindset is about 80% of success in your business, which is great because that's something you can completely control on your own. However, it's only going to get you 80% of where you want to go. That other 20% is skill. And a lot of times I notice that women tend to focus on the wrong skills for their business. They spend a lot of time and energy focusing on selfie skills and lighting and videos and live videos, and all of those are well and good. They're not bad for your business by any means. People need to be able to see us clearly and hear us and really connect with us. However, without these 5 key foundational skills, you're going to struggle with success in your business. And so I really want to start here, and then we can add those other skills on top. Okay, so the 4 simple steps to building trust are: share a fact you can both agree with, smile. Okay, we are taught from infancy that if you smile at someone, you smile back, and that creates a sense of trust. Specific wording that's going to bypass the autopilot in our brain straight to the part of our brain that can actually hear what it is that we're trying to say. A key phrase we talked about last week was, well, you know how, okay? And then 4, consistency, showing up consistently for yourself and your business, okay? So a lot of what I'm going to be talking about tonight is directly from Big L Schrader. And so if you are not familiar with him, his books are fantastic. They're specific skill focused, and they're short, easy, quick reads. And if you aren't sure where to start, reach out to me or your upline and we can help you with that, okay? All right, so what we're going to talk about tonight is breaking the ice. Basically, how do you bring up your business without being a weirdo or icky or spammy, or basically just making people feel uncomfortable, and breaking that trust that you've worked to build, okay? So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. The words we say, specific words that we say, are either going to elicit an immediate yes or no response from the autopilot in our brain, which really controls most of our decisions, as crazy as it sounds. And our autopilot is really outdated here, guys. We even briefly talked about smiling. We're talking 6 weeks old here, really outdated information, but our autopilot goes with that, okay? So I want you to use the chat, and I want you to tell me how you feel. How do you feel? What's the first word that comes to your mind when I say these phrases, okay? I just started with this great company called YOUNIQUE, okay? How do you feel? Or what word comes to your brain when you hear that phrase? Or I just got involved with this new business. What immediately comes to your mind when you hear I just got involved with, okay? Or how about would you be interested in? Would you be interested in? What immediately comes to your mind when you hear would you be interested in? Exactly. You hear, uh-oh, this person's about to sell me something, or just split out, no. And that's because our autopilot is programmed to keep us safe and to filter out anything that it thinks may put us in danger, jeopardy, in any possible way. Okay, so those kinds of words elicit that response from our brains. Would it be nice if you could bypass that autopilot to actually speak to the part of the brain that can actually hear your motives, what you're trying to do? Because really, aren't we all trying to help people? We want to help women feel confident. We want to help solve their problems. We want to help them live their best life and to create a dream life for them. We want to help them change their lives. Those are all really good things. And the words that we use sometimes keep us from being able to communicate that clearly. So I'm going to teach you some words to use tonight to break the ice, bring up your business in a way that is not going to elicit that no response. Okay. All right. So let's start with a 4-word phrase. Now, if you are not taking notes, I want to encourage you to grab a piece of paper and a pen really quick. I'll give you a second to go do that if you don't have it handy. And you're going to want to jot down a few notes because I don't know about you, but I always think I'm going to remember stuff and then I don't. And science has shown us that if we use our bodies in a physical way when we are learning something, we retain more of it. So even if you never go back and look at those notes, write these things down because it's going to help them stick in your brain better, okay? And these are things you're definitely going to want to use. So plan to take some notes, all right? So in the comments, I want you to write out how you would answer this question if you wanted to bring up your unique business. What would you say? Okay, so you just met a new person and you're kind of chit-chatting, and really normal question, you ask, so what do you do? So I want you to answer in the question, how do you respond to that question? How do you answer that question to someone who asks, so what do you do? In a way, just how would you answer that? Okay, and I want you to bring up your business. Okay, so if you have another job, I don't want you to say, I'm a veterinarian. I want you to bring up your business. So how would you bring up your business if somebody said, what do you do? A lot of people would answer, well, I'm a unique presenter. I play with makeup. That's a good one. I sell makeup. I have a business, which none of those things are wrong and none of those things are false. But as soon as somebody hears that you run a business, especially if it's a network marketing business, their very first thought is what? She's going to try to sell me something. In fact, I even had a woman that I met one time. We were just chatting and she asked me what I did. And I told her that I ran a business from home. And she was like, oh, what kind of business? I said, well, it's actually a beauty business. It's makeup related. And she literally looked at me. She's like, oh my gosh, are you going to try and sell me something? Okay, so how you answer that question, it really matters. It really matters because that's not the response we want. We just want someone to go, oh, okay. And ideally, would it be nice if someone asked you for more information on your business? Would that be good? Can I show you how to do that? Because that's totally doable, okay? So I want you to write down, these 5 words, okay? I show women how to. And you could use people, okay? This works for just about any business, but I show women how to. I show women how to. And here are just a few examples, but I want you to think right now, and I want you to write out how could you answer that question beginning with I show women how to. I show women how to. Here are my examples, but I want you to type out some. It's going to help it stick in your brain, okay? I show women how to run a successful business from their phone. If somebody told you that, wouldn't you say, how do you do that? How do you do that? Right? Who wouldn't want to run a successful business from their phone? I show moms how to stay home with their kids and still get a paycheck. What mom is not looking for that? I show moms how to stay home with their kids and still get a paycheck. What mom is not looking for that? And is that what we do? Absolutely, that is what we do. Okay? I show women how beautiful they already are. Is that true? Absolutely, that's true. I show women how beautiful they already are. I show people how to turn back the clock on aging skin. Mmm. What woman is not going to say, girl, tell me more about that? Right? Okay, I show ladies how to get the look of lash extensions with just mascara. Ooh, how? Tell me about this mascara. Does that not automatically give your brain a, ooh, I want to know more about that? It completely takes away those defenses. It's very, very simple. It's just, I show women how to. I show people how to, okay? So I want you to practice that. I want you to give me a I show women how to in the chat, okay? Practice it. Because again, information without action is completely useless. It's completely useless. It's taking up space in your brain that you could be using for something useful, okay? So make this useful for you, okay? I show women how to. For me personally, when I meet someone new and they ask me what I do, I tell them that I run a successful business and from my phone, and I teach other women how to do the same, or I show women how to do the same. And that's what I tend to tell people. Okay, same thing. I run a business from my phone and I show women how to do the same. All right. Okay. So I have some more words for you. Aren't these so helpful? The words we speak make a huge difference. They make a huge difference. Big Al uses this all the time and it totally cracks me up. He said, you know, if he was on a date with a woman and he said, every time I look in your eyes, time just stops. Or if he said, your face could stop a clock. I mean, essentially, they mean the same thing, but they have very, very different meanings, right? So the words we say really matter. So I show women how to. I show people how to. Okay. Another great phrase that is going to break the ice in a way that is not going to feel icky. I want you to write down these 3 words. I have 3 more words for you, okay? I'm just curious. I'm just curious, because really what that communicates is I have no other agenda. I just want to know about you. Okay. I'm just curious. It's very low pressure. And again, it's going to bypass that autopilot whose job is to immediately say, no, we don't want any of that. Okay. And it will allow you to actually speak to the person, the part of the brain that can actually hear what it is that you're trying to say. Okay. So I'm just curious. In the chat, I want you to somehow think of a product, opportunity, something, ask an I'm just curious question to get a conversation started. So again, I have some examples. I want to hear from you as well, okay? All right, so I'm just curious. How old is the makeup in your makeup bag? Oh, I don't know, 3 or 4 years old. Oh, did you know that makeup expires? Okay, like that's a way to get a conversation going. Can I help you replace some of that for free? Yes, please. Okay, I'm just curious. Would you rather pay for your makeup or get it for free? Who wouldn't book party that way, right? Who wants to pay for their makeup if they can get it for free, right? I'm just curious. I'm just curious. How would it feel if you could get a personal discount on your makeup and earn some extra spending money? That would feel fantastic. Yes, please. Yes, please. They're going to ask you for more information. Okay? They're going to ask you for more information. And you're getting to know this person, because the truth is we are a people business. People first. We are a people business. And when you ask people questions and you get to know them, you communicate that you care about them, because we do. Okay? So I'm just curious. All right. Another 4-word phrase, little magic 4-word phrase that's going to break the ice, allow you to bring up anything in your business, whether it's products or the opportunity or maybe parties, is I just found out. I just found out. Okay. Again, I want you to type out your ideas with I just found out. I just found out. I just found out our new presenter kit ships for free this month. Or I just found out our new presenter kit is an even better deal this month. I just found out we can retire 5 years early at full pay. Why? Tell me about that. I just found out how we can make our skin look younger while we sleep. Yes, please. I just found out. I just found out. Now, what does your brain say when you hear those phrases? I just found out. I just found out. Does it say no? Does it say back away? No. The one word that comes to your brain when you say I just found out is how? How? People are going to ask you for information. And when they ask you for information, they want to receive it. And they are actually able to listen with the part of their brain that wants to hear that information and can filter that instead of just getting bounced off that autopilot all the time. Okay? My best piece of advice to you is to say less to more people. Choose your words wisely. I've given you 3 really great phrases to break the ice and bring up your business. I show women how to. So easy, right? So easy. I show women how to. I'm just curious. I'm just curious, or I just found out. And if you can use the right words, you don't need to go on and on and on and on and on. I would encourage you with any communication that you have with someone about your business, keep every response to 3 sentences or less. We live in an era of information overload, and we're going to get more into that next week when we talk about bringing people to a decision. But we live in an era of information overload, and the less information you give, the better. We just want the necessities, okay? And when we ask for information, then we want to know more, okay? So if you can get someone to ask you for more information, that's always going to work better in your favor and for them as well. We're going to be able to help them better when they actually want to hear what we have to say, right, friends? Okay? So as always, I have some homework for you. I want to leave you with a little bit of homework before we get back together again on Thursday for the 3rd lesson. So homework number 1, if you have not watched lesson number 1 on building trust yet, please go back and watch that. It is on YouTube. And go back and watch that and catch up. It's going to really serve you well. Trust is the number 1 key component you need for success in your business. 2, I want you to create a what do you do answer that begins with I show women how to. And I want you to practice it so that it's right there and it's easy. So as soon as people ask you what you do, you can simply answer, I show women how to work from their cell phone. I run a successful business from my phone. I show other women how to do the same. I show women how beautiful they already are. Okay, come up with something that is authentic to you. Practice it, get it down pat, okay? And then 3rd, I want you to use I'm just curious and I just found out as many times as you can this week, because the more you use them, the more they're going to become just a regular part of your vocabulary, and they're going to feel more natural to you. They're very natural phrases. We use them all the time, but you need to learn to use them with intention and with thought. So I want you to practice this week. Anytime you can write it, anytime you can speak it, either in person or in a video, I want you to work those phrases in. I'm just curious, and I just found out. Okay, sound good? All right, so practice these. I will catch up with you again on Thursday when we're going to talk about bringing people to a decision. I hope this is really helpful for you, and I'll see you again next time.